Hello, this is Rod Ovid with another Take 5. So very glad to be with you. We live in a world that just seems to be chaotic. At times we are bombarded with all types of information, misinformation, whether deliberately or not. We seem to be bombarded with all this crazy stuff all the time. And when it comes to our faith, there's tons of clutter in the airwaves. There's tons of misinformation, and it all comes from the evil one, basically. He's the one that wants us to not understand the glory of God, not understand the gift that he gives. And so many times we sit in ignorance, or we sit in apathy, or we sit in, hey, everything's just fine, I'll just rest here. And we're complacent, and we're apathetic. And that's right where the evil one wants us. But there is more. And for us as believers, we need to shore ourselves up. Paul puts it this way, he says, be ready to stand firm. And one way to do that is to be into God's Word. And that's what Logos is about. That's what we do here every day for about 5 minutes. Just try to get you into the Word, let you think a little bit that way, set the mind set. So throughout your very busy day, at least God is in the picture and he's in your consciousness and you're able to react to people with a more godly way. And it's just a good practice, and we're glad to be part of it with you. I want to read you something from chapter 1 of John. And it's very interesting because John writes this at the end of the first century. It's like he wants to hit the reset button. He's the last disciple living. Many of the people that knew and see Jesus were dying off by now. This is in the 90s of the first century. Jesus died at 33, so it's been 60 years or more. And new generations are coming forward, and he wants people to understand why it is we believe in Jesus, why we believe he is the mediator between God and man. What sets apart Christianity from other religions? And he states it in a number of verses found in the first chapter of John, and I just want to read from verses 6 to 18, and then we'll make a few comments. There came a man who was sent from God. His name was John. Now he's talking about John the Baptist. He came as a witness to testify concerning that light, so that through him all men might believe. He himself was not the light. He came only as a witness to the light. The true light that gives light to every man was coming into the world. He was in the world, and though the world was made through him, the world did not recognize him. He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Yet to all who received him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. Children born not of natural descent, nor of human decision or a husband's will, but born of God. The Word became flesh. The Logos became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, and yes, John did, and the other disciples and those living at the time of Christ. The glory of the one and only, who came from the Father, full of grace and truth. John testifies concerning him. He cries out, saying, "This was he of whom I said, he who comes after me has surpassed me, because he was before me." From the fullness of his grace we have received one blessing after another. For the law was given through Moses, explaining what his morality is all about, and grace and truth, his mercy, came through Jesus Christ. No one has ever seen God, but God, the one and only, who is at the Father's side, has made him known. And in our presuppositions as believers, we have to get this rock solid in our brain. We have to understand 100% that Jesus Christ was indeed God, God in flesh. That the advent, the coming of Jesus to this world, the Christmas that we celebrate once a year, that is extremely significant. That event was as colossal, as important, as significant as creation itself. The Godhead looked down and said, look, if we're ever going to redeem this world, God, have to go down there. We have to get this clear where we can move forward. And he did in the person of Jesus Christ. So let that buoy you up today. Know that as a believer, you are on the right side. You have chosen to follow God. You have chosen to follow Jesus Christ, who was indeed and is indeed God, sitting at the right hand, who came down to represent that Godhead to us and to die for us, to redeem us, so that by God's grace we could live with him. You go in that joy today. You think on those things. You celebrate it. And you know what? We will indeed have a blessed day.